we say let us restructure Nigeria, it's difficult for me to understand how we can restructure Nigeria if we don't change the constitution. Because the problem, the obstacles we face, and in past conversations with you, I think that word, obstacle, is a key word for me in our discussions generally about Nigeria. What we face all the time are what I refer to as obstacles, because that's what they are. Now, what is the obstacle in getting a constitution that will serve Nigerians, while Nigerians have not sat down to write this constitution? So for us to have a new constitution, we have to sit down and write.
At 66, I know a lot about this country. And we speak not because we hate any person. We speak not because there is any specific thing to benefit. I will never contest election. I will not accept a political appointment. I have never done government contract. I don't solicit for anything from government. I don't run a church, even though I'm an ordained clergyman. But I love this country. I owe a lot to this country. This is one of the best places to be born. This is one nation with abundant opportunities. I believe that if Nigeria remains one, we have more opportunities. If Nigeria remains one, it is better than dividing Nigeria. Number one, we can never ever divide Nigeria peacefully. Because of the complexity of this nation and because of the hatred and anger that has stayed in between the tribes, the different units that have made up this nation for a long time. The next thing is that if you divide Nigeria into 50 states and let each of those states be an independent nation, it is the same people that will be in those nations. It's like cooking a pot of soup, big pot of soup, and sharing it into different plates. It's the same soup. You might think I'm going to contradict myself, but I will not. The next thing is that from the study of history of nations that have broken up, it has never ever been peaceful. It has never ever been clean. It has involved a lot of lives being lost. India in 1947 gained independence from the United Kingdom. After some time, there was agitation by the predominantly Muslim Pakistan segment, and Pakistan was partitioned from India. Several people died. A lot of losses and displacement of hundreds and of thousands, if not millions of people. After some time, Bangladesh was created out of Pakistan, and a lot happened, catastrophic crisis. The next thing is that there was Kashmir. They have Indian controlled Kashmir, Pakistan controlled Kashmir. They still fight. The recent one-day international cricket that was played in Pakistan, India played in Dubai because of an attack that took place in Pakistan when India went to play in Pakistan. If you take former Yugoslavia, after President Tito died, there was crisis. Underground anger and disaffection erupted like a volcano. There was ethnic cleansing. I saw terrible video images. Herman Paul was covering us at that time, and her interview with Bill Clinton of flip-flopping. Kosovo was terrible. And then there was the breakup into Macedonia, Kosovo, Albania, Serbia, Montenegro, with a lot of lives lost. And war criminals were taken to the Hague, some died, some, and all that. There are only very few nations. Czechoslovakia was able to split peacefully. And so at their level of intellectual, political, social development is far higher than we in sub-Saharan Africa. When the Soviet Union broke up, it was not an easy thing. And the Russia-Ukraine war is still a fallout of that crisis. Thank God that the nuclear-powered submarines that were in Ukraine were ceded to Russia. If not, we'll be going into a third world war. Now, if you break up Nigeria, it will be very devastating. Imagine all the buildings the Igbos have in Kano, Kaduna, Lagos, and all that. They will suddenly be in another nation or in other nations. Imagine all the resources, all the northerners in all the states of the Federation doing business. They will suddenly become foreigners. They will need to have passports. They will need to take visas. And imagine all the pent-up anger against Fulanis. You will find out that there might be violence. And so I believe that with a big population, we are able to defend ourselves, even though we are not doing it well now. We can become a bigger economy, but there needs to be modification. Nigeria cannot continue with this present structure and attitude. What are the major issues in Nigeria? Number one, greed and quest for power by regional elites without consideration for the development of this country and the unity of this country. They only unite to steal. They only unite to steal. They come as houseflies and maggots to feed on the decay. When they want to steal our money, you don't have Igbo, you don't have Yoruba, you don't have Hausa. It's houseflies are united, maggots are united. So there's no need to break this country into small units. What we can then another thing is that politics in Nigeria is the politics of me versus your people versus my people. That is very deleterious to this country. The next thing is that we don't have politics of holding people responsible. So we have this bias to always defend our person who is in power, even if he's not doing well, or keep quiet if he is not doing well. Now, the next thing is that politics in Nigeria is too expensive. And because it is too expensive, people spend a lot of money that they want to recover when they get into office. One other thing is that because of the present system, people have access to dirty, cheap money from oil and from other things. They want to steal. And if I'm stealing, I'm a good thief in the sight of my people. This tension that we have, how do we break it down? Let there be peace. Number one, some parts of this country feel negated in the distribution of power because politics is authoritative allocation of resources. Politics is who gets what, when, how much, and how much. So this contention, let's diffuse it and turn it to healthy competition. We have 6 geopolitical zones. When I say South-South, now one stupid person will come and say there's nothing like South-South. Use your brain. If there is South-West, there can be South-South. Use your brain. Use your brain. Don't talk anyhow. So we have the Northeast. We have the North Central. We have the Northwest. We have the Southeast. We have the Southwest. Then we have the southernmost part of the South, which is South-South. If you look at the map of Nigeria, there's that projection into the Gulf of Biafra. That is, or Gulf of Guinea. There's Gulf of Biafra. That is the South-South. Now, instead of having national parties like UPN, NPN, GNPP, or as we have SDP, NRC, now we have APC and PDP and Labour Party, let's have the 6 geopolitical zones, register parties there in the 6 geopolitical zones with different names, different titles. By doing that, we have broken the cabal of wicked elites capture the wealth of this nation. So in the Northeast, they have their own parties with their own names, because the Northeast alone is big enough to be a country, or even countries. The North Central, Kogi State alone is big enough to be some countries. Then you have the Northwest, let them have their own political parties. Let them have their own electoral commissions in their states. And the electoral body should be under the jurisdiction of the National Judicial Council. Because if it is the judiciary that eventually determines the outcome of elections, they should be privy to the conduction of elections at the party level according to principles that align with the Constitution, so that we don't spend so much energy in post-electoral cases. So we now have 6 regional electoral bodies. If we have these 6 regional electoral bodies independent of each other, one man cannot alter the will of all the voters in the country. Number 2, let's have a 6-man presidential council. One from the South-South, one from the Southeast, one from the Southwest, one from Northwest, Northeast, North Central. So we have 6-man presidential council that will replace the Senate. The Senate is a bloody waste of money and time. People who have been governors, people who have been senators, people who have retired as senators or whatever, they come back, they sit down and waste our time and money. Let's scrap the Senate. The House of Representatives is good enough for us. The regional houses of assembly will be there. The state houses of assembly will be there. Now, the first thing is that you don't leave Northeast to come and campaign in Southeast. So you will speak to your people, tell them what you want to do for them, and you will contest against your own person in that region. So you are not contesting against a Yoruba man, you are not contesting against an Igbo man. You in the Southeast, you will contest among yourselves. And what happens is that you will see that we will be bringing out the best out of these regions. The 6-man presidential council, each person will be the presidential spokesman for 2 years. Then it is rotated for a period of 12 years. The balloting for the slots will be done by a council of state of former presidents, vice presidents, chief justices of the Federation, and then under the supervision of a presidential electoral council.
Did you listen to that? That is a brilliant analysis there from Mr. Charles Akpoki. And this senior woman from Rivers State, what's her name again? I forgot her name. Senior woman. Brilliant one. That one said, yes, you cannot divide the country, regional system of government, without first of all changing the constitution. And why are we talking about this? Why are we in this? Because of constitution. The constitution is not favoring some regions, and the region is not favoring this. Becomes a problem. And Mr. Charles, very brilliant analysis there, the way it should be. Who is going to implement this? Not presently, not in this present situation. Present government is going to implement this. And all these things. It doesn't take time to do all this when you have a sincere president who is ready to make this country work. Making this country work is, we know that this problem will not be solved overnight, but you need to make sacrifices. You need to put things in place. You need to put the resource, you need to put the policies in place that you could see is working, the direction where the country should go. With this present constitution, somebody said it before in Senate House. I did the video now. With this constitution, this country can never get better. This constitution can never give this country peace. This constitution can never make this country great. Somebody said, the senator said it. So the constitution is a problem. Now, as this man explained, what do you think? Does it make any sense? Yes or no? And it makes sense because we see no reason why somebody from the region. Look, I've been doing a couple of videos talking about issues like this. Somebody from there should go to the other side to campaign. These people don't know you. It's not just you come one day to tell us you want to do this, you want to do this. It's easy to say than do. Do you understand? Focus on your region where you are popular. It's the same thing one of these man, Fakunda, Dr. Fakunda said before, as they are proposing Yoruba nation, they want to go. The man said the same thing. Brilliant analysis he put forward there, and the same man talking about where it should go. So you can't bring in somebody from there to come and be campaigning to be what in this area. We don't know you. You don't know what we want. You don't know what we are facing in this community. The Yoruba president here now. How many times has Tinubu visited any part of this place in the north where there is problem? No, he has not visited. Has he gone to the east? No, he has not visited. He sees all these things on social media. People tell him on social media. He know everything he sees on social media. He will believe, and the APC members are not telling him the truth. He has not visited by himself. So if somebody from that region is the one speaking, something happens, it's easy for him to go there, visit the place, speak with the governors, speak with the governor and the stakeholders in those communities. Everybody will work together. These people are facing problems. See, the hunger, the kind of hardship people are facing in the north is different from, okay, put it this way, the kind of poverty people are facing in the north is different from the poverty people are facing in Edo State. The poverty people are facing in Edo State is different from the poverty people are facing in Sokoto, in Kogi State. No, some people, their food is their problem. Some people, education is their problem. Some people, all of them, they need all these things. But there are some that are priorities that matter to them, that they need to first of all start, do this. Do you understand? So you cannot, if you want to solve the problem, you cannot solve the problem at once by giving these people education, all of them at the same time. Do you understand? Somebody from that region who understands the terrain, what the citizens are lacking, what they want, he will give it to them. When he speaks, these people will listen to them. He speak the same language with them, they will understand. If I say I'll do this, speak language for you, give me time, they trust themselves. They will believe, they will give you time. Do you understand? So like that, different regions. From there, campaign, you from there, bring out excellent people. You know, at that time, there will not be rigged election, going through the back door to come into office. No, you need to follow through the entrance door. Do you understand? It will enable people to select the best out of the best, to be in power, in positions. At that time, you know that if you misbehave, you are gone. Somebody else is there to replace you. It's not by godfatherism, it's not by selection, it is by election. But now, with what we have, by selection, by this, by recommendation, by godfatherism, it's not going to work with this present constitution. It's not going to work. We need to think and act very fast. Anyways, please, what do you think? Share this video, leave your opinion. And please, today is your first time, so start with this YouTube channel. I'll be your guide, run it for me now. Please.